I just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Chills, my jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Star is treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just throw my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it soldier chills. My jewelry the cold is chill. Star is treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
Play with you, life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different. You ain't
trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Portland Snowhawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8th. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right there. Right there. I got you. Hey, high 7. Check. Middle. Slow. No. 5 wide. Look out.
Allen now on first down. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, Charlie. Nickel. Kill. Alert 3. Check safety.
Here's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Number 53. Jim.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Now a give right side. Dobbins, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebacker.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Preston Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. These two teams all tied after one.
Mike's 50, Mike. Hey, wahoo! Let's go. No.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught by Funchess. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Now he's flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check 20. Check.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Big grip.
Block now on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike 49.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Now. Go.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on 1st down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 36, Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down, Dobbins, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Dobbins, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
56.
Taylor. Room here to run. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They run with Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Check 3. Watch the safety.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
53.
Hey, team 6.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
53 to Mike. 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. Check 52.
Under 10. 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go. 8, read. Hey, exit.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins, and an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, Locke. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a give right side. Dobbins, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
It's going to be a long day.
Go.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Hey! Alert!
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Sponge! No! Bravo!
Mike 50. Let's make these back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Switch.
5 wide.
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike 50, yo. It's a party now.
Middle.
Hey, Alpha!
Sticky. Push him back. 36. Check nickel.
All 52.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Locke gonna go on 4th down, and it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watt going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. On the ball. Speed drift.
From the gun, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go. Hey, box truck.
Now Allen operating from the gun. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
25, check 25. Watch the twist. Check 99.
Throwing now is Allen. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll make it third down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 49. Go.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
The ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Alert! Hey, shoot! Alert! Hey, watch it! Shit!
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, check. Mike 50. Go. On the ball. Let's get off the field, D. Hey,
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On first down, it's Taylor. Shifts by at the 15. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to run you over. Wide. Get wide.
The give to Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Taylor. And some room to work. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
56, 56.
Slam. Check.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing. And he's going to go down again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, Charlie. Check.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Duke Dawson picks it, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Parker, the intended target.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And all the way down to the 9. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep. That's me. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come out in the pistol. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Lock to throw for it on 4th. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ready? Mike's fit.
Hey, tight. Here we go.
Bang, bang, bang,
Sunday.
bang, bang. Hatchet. Slam.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. And a throw right sideline is complete. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
A gain of 34 yards. First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Alert!
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Come on now, let's go.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they